Hey, what's up everyone? And we're back with our money-making guides here for Archeage. And so this is going to be the money-making guide on the auction house. Strictly making money just based on this. And this is actually my favorite way to make money because it doesn't really require labor. It requires one labor to actually pick up your mail when you sold something. And you'll notice that there's tons and tons of micromanagement here. What we are doing, and I showed you in the other videos, is we are buying up medicinal powder herbs like aloe, thistle, mushrooms, and then enchanting them down into medicinal powders, putting a whole bunch on the auction house, but you have to break them down. You have to shift left click and break them down into stacks of 50. You don't necessarily have to do that, but people will buy them a lot quicker in stacks of 50 because that's what the trade pack needs. You need to familiarize yourself with what the trade packs require and sell them in bunches that are similar to that. So then you go and take whatever the price is on the auction house and undercut it by like 5 copper and put it up there. So that's what I did. 5 copper. I have a smallish starting bid just in case a bajillion people go up there and start listing medicinal powder. But it would really take a bajillion people for all this medicinal powder to not sell in like 30 minutes. Being the cheapest, being how crowded these servers are. So there's that. That's how you do it. You break things down, shift left click, go there. Other thing, and like I said, we will be looking at here, is playing the market. So this is a viscous glossious oil, specialty to the alchemist. Everyone needs it for the farmer's workstation. So you have to have 10,000 alchemy to create it. The cheapest is 49. That's a lot right now. They have been a lot higher. They do sell for that much, but as you can see, I have 4 here created. I want to sell these quick. I've had 9 in the last 13 minutes or so, and I've been selling them for all around 43. So a nice undercut, and then a bidding of 30, just in case that people start undercutting like crazy. So I'm listing 2 at a time right there, since they are big ticket items, because I want to be able to react if someone start undercutting my oils. Because all it takes is one other person, one other alchemist to undercut you, and yours isn't going to sell. Like I said, these have been selling really quick within minutes because they are cheap. And you can see I refreshed the page, and a lot of my medicinal powders have just sold. And another one, refresh the page, medicinal powder sold. Another one sold. And you can see as time goes by, the medicinal powders will just sell pretty much as quick as you can list them. Another item that you want to do and break down is, again, the flowers. And then the reason I'm buying them up and converting them is because there's more money to be made selling them as dried flowers versus as real whole flowers. It does take a little bit more labor. It takes 5 labor to chop down 10 flowers or 10 medicinal herbs into their disenchanted form. And again, it's 50 for the trade pack. So you want to do a whole bunch of bunches at the same time, because the auction house is actually fairly smart. It will show you the lowest listed price, and it will also remember exactly what you listed your items for. So this is why doing it all at once is great, because you just have to put one price in, and then it remembers your price that you want to sell it at, and you can just continue right-clicking on the items. So you right-click the item, it'll bring up the information over here. It's searching right now, so it's a little slow and laggy. So this is the lowest. So again, we'll undercut it by 10 copper, and then we also have a buyout. We'll put a buyout around 75, half of that, just in case they all go crazy. Because 3, and you'll get familiar with these. These spike, go up and down. 3 silver is in the medium range. They can get up to as high as like 4 silver. And then it can get as low as like 2 silver I've seen so far, and it depends on supply and demand. So if there's a lot of people that are doing this, as you can see, the auction house, too many people, too busy, is crashing all the time, and it's craziness. So supply and demand, it does go up and down, just like the workers' compensation pots. those have been cycling from 4 gold to like 7 gold. So if you want, you could just make money based on those observations there. You buy the workers' compensation pots when they're around 4 gold, flip them at 7 gold in 5 to 6 hours, like now. So workers' compensation is all the way up to 8 gold. This is one on the higher end. I've seen it up to around 10 gold before when the store wasn't accessible and people weren't having the credits. So again, if they bought them when they were 4 gold, now they can throw them up there for 10 gold and make a 5 or 6 gold profit really, really quick like that. Another great thing to buy, and is always in demand, is the logs. The logs here, you can see 21, 21, 23. And if you see anything like this, the 21 you could potentially buy and sell it for 23. But there's going to be a better way to make money on these logs, and that's with the logging profession and actually turning them into lumber. So this is 21, and you type in lumber, so it takes 3 logs, and it's actually, the lumber is actually cheaper right now, so that wouldn't be a good buy. It's very, very interesting. Lumber prices just tanked within the last, well, actually no, they're not. Someone is trying to manipulate the market, and this is what you have to be wary of, because it goes by the lowest auction price. So we're going to go buy that up. 50 is really, really cheap, and you see no information exists for that item because it's really cheap. Someone bought it. So again, the real price is around 80 to 90 in silver, and roughly the real price is around 90. Whenever the bundles are big, like 100, not many people have 80 gold. A lot of people, are getting close there. The people are gaining money, but only the ultra rich people are having this big amount of money. So putting something out for 80 gold is going to be harder to sell. It's going to be so much easier to sell these, and these guys right here will sell faster, the smaller bunches, than these big ones right here, and they also sell for longer or for larger amounts of money. So break your stuff down. Shift left click it and break them down into bunches of 10s, 20s. Remember that people don't have that much gold always. You may be different because you know how to play the marketplace and you know how to grow the right crops. But not everyone is like you. Not everyone has 100 gold or 200 gold or 300 gold. Not everyone has that stuff. So make sure that you are, thinking about the casuals who aren't really casual. And so as you see here, someone started to undercut dramatically now on the glossy oils. So that's why I only listed 2. We will let it go because ours, again, is going to be the cheapest at the actual listing right there, 30 and 30. So these ones will sell very, very quickly. They're going to pop out, and then potentially mine will sell next. If not, someone will probably still bid on mine for 30 because, again, mine is the cheapest. This one over here is 10. It's obviously going to start fighting up. But yeah, so that's why you have a lowish, bid, and then you have a good, reasonable buyout. You want to sell it now. You want to sell it quickly. Like I said, I had 9 of these oils, and I sold 5 of them at 43 gold, like in the last 15 minutes now. And now someone finally started to undercut and, ruin my little profits right there. So again, it's a lot of flipping, a lot of knowing what's in demand and looking for deals. So another way to find deals on the auction house, especially with the servers crashing and all this craziness, is by bidding on things and just kind of like seeing how they go. Because right here we have armor regrade scrolls, weapon regrade scrolls. These are insanely cheap. 2 silver. They normally sell for 10 gold. So if by some off chance, we're winning right now, if the servers crash and go down and no one can log in, we're going to get these items for 2 silver. So you always want to keep yourself in the lead and have your bid on these things because the servers are all funky right now and lagging like hell. So if you are in the lead, there's going to be some craziness maintenance. The auction house doesn't stop when the servers go down, or it doesn't stop if you're offline. So make sure that you are, bidding on items that you want. And keep searching. You have to actually input the entire name. So if I want to search for Starlight, I can't just go Star Arc. That's going to bring up nothing. You have to type in the entire name. So Starlight, and I'll bring up the Starlights. And there's the Starlights. But now that's going to take out the Star Shards. The keywords are very, very specific, so if you want to look for certain things, like say I want to look for star shard chips. So it's you have to type the first word completely as it is. The second word you can do star S or star SH, and it'll bring up all the star shard chips. Learn to familiarize yourself with the auction house and the tips of the trade and how to get this done, because this is where the big money is. Finding things that are undervalued and then selling them for a great profit takes really no labor, just a little bit of intelligence and time. So again, you can see other bids. So this is a prime example. This, he has an 11 silver price. Not really many people are going to buy the star shard chips. They're used for accessories. But so he did this wrong. He has a low bidding price. So people are starting to bid on it. And granted, he has 5 hours, and it's going to get a little bit higher. But not many people are searching for the star shard chips. And you can see he has a whole bunch of them too, so it's a big bulk. And if you do want to make accessories, you only need like 3 of these per accessory. So you don't need a lot of these. So selling them in bulk like this is horrible. This guy right here has a way better deal. He's doing it smartly. He has 11 silver, and then he has a buyout for 11. It would have been smarter if he bought the bid price down to like 7 or 8. So that way if someone doesn't want to buy it for 11 and all the undercutting like this happens, then he still has a chance to sell it at the bid price. But yeah, selling them in smaller bunches, so much better. And again, you can do this with literally anything on the auction house. And you just have to familiarize yourself with the fluctuations in the market, because things do fluctuate greatly. These are 3 servers right now, and the other auction house cluster has 4 servers together. And there's gotta be close to 1 million players playing Archeage right now. And these things fly out of here. Bids, don't expect bids to be around. If the price is reasonable, the buy and out price, that item is not going to go to bid. It's not going to go to a bidding war. It's just going to be straight up bought, because people are impatient. They don't want to wait. So if you have any other tips or tricks on the auction house, hopefully you enjoyed that. You learned some things. Leave a comment down below, and I'll try and help you out as best as possible. Well, we'll end this on a good note and show you a lot of the sales that just happened. So again, I sold 5 vicious glossy oils. A whole bunch of that medicinal powder has already sold. And we'll go ahead and grab all our money so you can see exactly how much money we just made in around 20 to 30 minutes. So you can click right there. We have 4 pages of sales, and you can see successful auction, successful auction, 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 auction. All these successful auctions. You can collect all of them and then delete all of them. So 4 pages of successful auctions. This is also raising your commerce trade skill. So you can see we have made a good amount of gold, about 200 gold in that 20 minutes right there. So that is one of the best, in my opinion, my favorite way to make money is through the auction house. So I'm going to go back over here and start selling more medicinal powders, because as you will see, the medicinal powders, you can see your listing items. I have 2 pages of medicinal powders left, and that's it. I used to have like 4 pages of medicinal powders. So most of the items that I sold were medicinal powders. They sell that quick. Anyway, thanks for watching.